Oakland Raiders and the Cincinnati Bengals. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Super team. 56 is the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. An aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
On play action, they'll throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now, I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
That's trash.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Down to lose 1. Man left, man left. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Being chased out. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Davante Adams. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are on the board here in this this first quarter. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. 2nd and 2. Dorsett's got it. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Philip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Mike 56.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. There defensively to break that one up, Ken Crawley. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
Hey, you.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football. At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Check 56. Tackles.
They give to Johnson going right. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He's got his man on the comebacker. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
56.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson flush to his right. He'll try and run it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
380. 56. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, alert. 56. Mike, 56. Go. 56.
3rd and 2. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Bilal Nichols in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13 to 10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 11. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That good for 19 at a first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Will Parks there in coverage to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. 47 is the mic, 47 is the mic. Watch the pass, watch the pass.
Back to throw again, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
the kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
They'll run it with Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Got it.
From the gun, it's Wilson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
64, wait.
2nd and 6. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
50 seconds, the mic.
I don't even know why his team showed up. Hey, check Mike 57. Get it.
2nd and 5. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Will Parks.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. After the interception, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Go, guys, 4 down. 56 to Mike. Hey, 0.
Stay with your man.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Hey, let's get that ball.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
At their own 49-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. 31's the mic.
You gonna see me?
Hey, Foxtrot.
You gonna see me in your nightmares?
31's the mic.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Looking to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The pickup there, 5 yards. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Steps away. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Flush to his right. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch tight end. 3 down.
5.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go.
Hey, Delta.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Get your swerve on.
57. Mike 57. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
All day, dog.
Hey. High 7.
57. Here we go, D.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 8.
57.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 27. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. 7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
57. Mike.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
All day.
Hey, Alpha.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
80 weapon.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
25.
Hit it.
2nd and long. He's able to find Wallace. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end. Touchdown, Raiders. Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this second half. Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Reload. 56. Mike's 50.
From the gun, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Johnson was the intended receiver.
50, plant. 61, matchbox, lights. Ready?
He'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
18 Gators, 6-6, pull it high.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete as well.
Intended for Devontae Adams. Incomplete.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Dorsett on the return. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Come. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Let's go.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Go now. 60 or more.
Go.
Hey, echo.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Watch the back.
He'll drop to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a 1st down.
1st down, Raiders.
Get it.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognizes he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Run for Pollard. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Going to run again here with Pollard. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
218, jump.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Matt Milano in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
There goes Duke Johnson. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Duke Johnson, 92 yards. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. Now Wilson operating from the gun. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Desmond King picks it. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. And that's complete to Adams. And they'll get this down to the 10. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Steps away to his left. Step, Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out, fumble. And the Raiders have recovered.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one... that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tony Pollard, an even 90 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This one taken from the 7. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
What? 52 right here. 52. Here we go, D. Hey, alert.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. To throw is Wilson. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and the Bengals have a 1st down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down, Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Raiders, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field